Hello and welcome to Quantum Quirks, the podcast where I, Edgar Lombardi, share with you the latest and quirkiest news from the world of technology and AI. I'm a software engineer who loves to explore the wonders and dangers of the digital age. Whether you're at home, at work, or on the go, I'll keep you informed and entertained with my witty and eccentric commentary. In this episode, we'll talk about 3 topics that caught my attention this week. First, we'll discuss how Google has reached a milestone of over 100 million subscribers for its YouTube Premium and music services, and what this means for the future of online video and audio streaming. Second, we'll examine why the UK government is being urged to adopt a more positive outlook for LLMs, or legal and logical machines, to avoid missing out on the AI gold rush that could transform the legal sector and society as a whole. Third, we'll explore how Google Maps is introducing a generative AI feature that can help you discover new places based on your preferences and interests, and how this could change the way we travel and experience the world. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. This is Quantum Quirks, and I'm your host, Edgar Lombardi. Let's get started. Google Maps is introducing a generative AI feature to help you discover new places, the company announced today. Using large language models, LMs, the new feature analyzes the over 250 million locations on Google Maps and contributions from over 300 million local guides to pull up suggestions based on what you're looking for. For instance, if you want to find cool thrift shops in San Francisco, you can search places with a vintage vibe in SF. And Maps will generate shopping recommendations organized by categories, as well as photo carousels and review summaries, the company explains. The new feature is meant to feel more conversational than the ordinary search experience. If you ask a follow-up question like, "How about lunch?" the AI will take your previous interest in vintage and find restaurants that meet the criteria, such as an old-school diner. The company says the feature should be able to generate recommendations on even the most niche or specific query. The early access experiment is rolling out this week in the US and will be available to select local guides, Google's community of members who contribute reviews, facts, and photos on Maps to help other users with detailed information about different locations. It'll become available to other users in the near future. The company hasn't yet said which other countries would get the feature. In October, Google updated Maps to be more like a search tool, introducing various AI-powered features like photo results and the ability to suggest specific places when entering vague queries like things to do. The new generative AI feature looks to be the next step in Maps' journey to becoming a destination for discovering new places rather than only using it for navigation. This is just the beginning of how we're supercharging Maps with generative AI, Google wrote in today's blog post. Google says YouTube Premium and Music now have over 100 million subscribers. Google said today that YouTube now has more than 100 million paid users across YouTube, Music, and YouTube Premium. This number is up from the 80 million paid users the company mentioned in November 2022. Earlier this week during its Q4 2023 earnings call, Sundar Pichai said that Google's subscription business, which includes YouTube's paid plans, has now crossed $15 billion annually. The company's chief business officer, Philip Schindler, said that premium users are providing more value to its partners. YouTube Music and Premium performed well. Premium users are delivering more value to our partners and YouTube than even ad-supported users do. On average, each additional premium sign-up boosts earnings for creators, music and media partners, and YouTube itself, he said. The search giant first launched YouTube Music in 2015. At that time, YouTube offered a $9.99 per month Red subscription for ad-free viewing that also allowed users to access Play Music. In 2018, the Red subscription was rebranded to YouTube Premium. In the past year, YouTube has cracked down on ad blockers by saying that these tools violate its terms of service. The video streaming service started to show a warning about preventing them from watching videos unless they disable ad blockers. In the last few years, it also experimented with asking users to pay to watch videos in higher resolution or showed multiple unskippable ads. Separately, the company has launched features like mini-games and video with enhanced bitrate to make the premium version more attractive for users. YouTube has expanded its premium subscription in over 100 countries. In December 2023, the company expanded the offering to 10 more countries, including Algeria, Cambodia, Ghana, Iraq, Jordan, Kenya, and Senegal. YouTube is a big part of Google's business, and it garnered $9.2 billion in Q4 2023, up from $8 billion for the same period last year. UK government urged to adopt more positive outlook for LLMs to avoid missing AI gold rush. The UK government is taking too narrow a view of AI safety and risks falling behind in the AI gold rush, according to a report released today. The report, published by the Parliamentary House of Lords Communications and Digital Committee, follows a months-long evidence-gathering effort involving input from a wide gamut of stakeholders, including big tech companies, academia, venture capitalists, media, and government. Among the key findings from the report was that the government should refocus its efforts on more near-term security and societal risks posed by large language models, LLMs, such as copyright infringement and misinformation, rather than becoming too concerned about apocalyptic scenarios and hypothetical existential threats, which it says are exaggerated. The rapid development of AI large language models is likely to have a profound effect on society, comparable to the introduction of the Internet. That makes it vital for the government to get its approach right and not miss out on opportunities, particularly not if this is out of caution for far-off and improbable risks. The Communications and Digital Committee's chairman, Baroness Stowell, said in a statement, "We need to address risks in order to be able to take advantage of the opportunities. But we need to be proportionate and practical. We must avoid the UK missing out on a potential AI gold rush." The findings come as much of the world grapples with a burgeoning AI onslaught that looks set to reshape industry and society, with OpenAI's ChatGPT serving as the poster child of a movement that catapulted LLMs into the public consciousness over the past year. This hype has created excitement and fear in equal doses and sparked all manner of debates around AI governance. President Biden recently issued an executive order with a view towards setting standards for AI safety and security, while the UK is striving to position itself at the forefront of AI governance through initiatives such as the AI Safety Summit, which gathered some of the world's political and corporate leaders into the same room at Bletchley Park back in November. At the same time, A divide is emerging around to what extent we should regulate this new technology. Meta's chief AI scientist Yann LeCun recently joined dozens of signatories in an open letter calling for more openness in AI development, an effort designed to counter a growing push by tech firms such as OpenAI and Google to secure regulatory capture of the AI industry by lobbying against OpenAI R&D. History shows us that quickly rushing towards the wrong kind of regulation can lead to concentrations of power in ways that hurt competition and innovation, the letter read. Open models can inform an open debate and improve policymaking. If our objectives are safety, security, and accountability, then openness and transparency are essential ingredients to get us there. And it's this tension that serves as a core driving force behind the House of Lords Large Language Models and Generative AI report, which calls for the government to make market competition an explicit AI policy objective to guard against regulatory capture from some of the current incumbents, such as OpenAI and Google. Indeed, the issue of closed versus open rears its head across several pages in the report, with the conclusion that competition dynamics will not only be pivotal to who ends up leading the AI LM market, but also what kind of regulatory oversight ultimately works. The report notes, at its heart, this involves a contest between those who operate closed ecosystems and those who make more of the underlying technology openly accessible. In its findings, the committee said that it examined whether the government should adopt an explicit position on this matter, vis-a-vis favoring an open or closed approach, concluding that a nuanced and iterative approach will be essential. But the evidence it gathered was somewhat colored by the stakeholders' respective interests. It said, for instance, while Microsoft and Google noted they were generally supportive of open access technologies, they believed that the security risks associated with openly available LLMs were too significant and thus required more guardrails. In Microsoft's written evidence, for example, the company said that not all actors are well-intentioned or well-equipped to address the challenges that highly capable large language models present.